So all of you are most welcome in this video lecture of chapter 3rd of class 12th biology subject. The name of the chapter is human reproduction. In previous video, we have discussed about the male reproductive system. In this video, we'll be discussing about the female reproductive system. Like, comment, share it with your friends and classmates, and subscribe my channel to get latest videos related with class 11th and class 12th biology subject. Watch till the end to get maximum benefit. The female reproductive system. Female reproductive system is consists of a pair of ovary along with a pair of oviduct, uterus, cervix, vagina, external genitalia located in pelvis region. These parts of the system, along with a pair of the mammary glands, are integrated structurally and functionally to support the process of ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, birth, and child care. So if we see this diagram, we'll find different component of female reproductive system. That is, if we see the ovary are the primary female sex organ. This is ovary, as well as this one is ovary. These are primary sex organs in female that produce the female gamete. This ovary produce the female gamete. This ovary produce female gamete. This ovary as well as this left and right side, both ovary produce female gamete that is called ovum, and several steroid hormone. Not only it produces ovum, but it also produces hormone. These hormones are steroid. They are not protein, but they are steroid. They are also known as hormones produced by ovary. They are also known as ovarian hormones, like this estrogen, progesterone. So these are ovarian hormones. The ovaries are located one on each side of lower abdomen. Each ovary is about 2 to 4 centimeter in length. The length of this ovary is 2 to 4 centimeter, and the width of this ovary is, and it is connected to the pelvis wall. It is connected to the pelvis wall. This is the wall of pelvis. This is the wall of pelvis wall, pelvic region. And uterus by ligament. It is connected with pelvis wall as well as uterus by the ligament. See, this is the ligament. This is the ligament. So it is attached both with the uterus as well as pelvic wall. Each ovary is covered by thin epithelium. This ovary is covered by thin epithelium, which encloses the ovarian stroma. Inside this, there is one space there that is called ovarian stroma. The stroma is divided into two zones that we will see in next chapter, next topic. There are Two zones are there, peripheral cortex. The peripheral region are known as peripheral cortex, and the inner region is known as this region. This is region is what? Inner medulla. Now, there is a oviduct. There is one pair of oviduct. Here, oviduct means fallopian tube. The other name of oviduct is called fallopian tube. The oviduct, that is fallopian tube, uterus, and vagina constitute the female accessory duct. So this fallopian tube, uterus, this fallopian tube, this is what fallopian tube, this is fallopian tube. Then this is a uterus, this region is totally uterus, this region is uterus. And this vagina, this area is called vagina. They constitute female accessory duct. Each fallopian tube is about 10 to 12 centimeter long. The length of this fallopian tube from this here to here, it is around 10 to 12 centimeter long and extend from periphery of each ovary. This is the extend from the ovary, periphery of ovary, aperture to the uterus. This is uterus. So this is the what? The extension of fallopian tube. The part closer to the ovary is the funnel shape. This area, it is just like funnel shape. It is what? Funnel shape. This area is funnel shape. That is called infundibula. This part of fallopian tube is called infundibula, which is what? Funnel shape. The edges of the infundibulum possess finger-like projections called fimbriae. These are the endings, these are the projection, finger-like projection. These finger-like projections are called fimbriae. Now, what is the function of fimbriae? They capture the ovum released from the ovary. Once ovum is released, this fimbriae assists in capturing the ovum which is released from the ovary. The infundibulum, this area, leads into a wider part of the oviduct that is called ampulla. See, this ampulla is wider part, and the last part of the oviduct is called isthmus. So, if you see the fallopian tube, it is divided into infundibulum, then ampulla, then third one is isthmus. So sometimes questions are asked, what are different parts of the fallopian tube? You have to write, this is infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. So in the infundibulum region, there is a fimbriae. Fimbriae is there, which captured the ovum released after ovulation. The ampulla is the largest part. Ampulla is the largest, wider part of the fallopian tube. The last part of oviduct, that is isthmus. It is a narrow lumen and it joins this is the narrow lumen and this join with the uterus. This is the uterus. This is the uterus. So this is the isthmus. Isthmus connect uterus. Okay. The uterus is this area. Uterus is a single. It is not in pair. This uterus is a single number, and it is also called womb. It is also called womb. The shape of the uterus is like an inverted pear. It is just like what? Inverted pear shape. It is like inverted pear. It is supported by ligament attached to the pelvic wall. The uterus opens into vagina. This uterus opens into vagina. Through a narrow cervix, so the connection between this uterus and vagina, there is a what you can say this. This is uterus and this is vagina. Between uterus and vagina, there is narrow lumen. This narrow lumen is called uh, cervix, that is also called as cervical canal, which along with the venae of vagina, this cervical canal and this vagina together, they constitute birth canal. They both together form what? Birth canal. The wall of uterus, this is the uterus. The wall of uterus has three layers of tissues. External is thin membranous perimetrium. This is external thin membranous structure perimetrium. Then there is myometrium, and this is muscular. Myometrium is what? Muscular. This middle one, muscular. Then the inner one is what? Glandular, called what? This, there is so many glands are there. They are secretory. They are made up of glandular tissues. So this is called what? Endometrium. The lines, these together, together all these membrane, perimetrium, myometrium, and endometrium, they form the wall of uterus. The endometrium undergoes cyclical changes. This endometrium undergoes cyclical changes during menstrual cycle, while the myometrium exhibit strong contraction during delivery of baby. So endometrium, when there is no pregnancy, is not there, egg is not fertilized, it will the tissue cells, they will be coming out through vagina in the form of blood, tissue, mucus. Okay. So, but once it is what, if the egg is fertilized, then a baby will get implanted, and during the delivery of baby, this myometrium, it will help in the contraction of uterus, and baby will be expelled out of the uterus. That means it helps in the delivery of baby. Now, the next part is what? The female external genitalia. The female external genitalia includes mons pubis. This is mons pubis. This is a part of external genitalia. Labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, and then there is one membrane-like structure over here that is called hymen. Mons pubis is a cushion of fat tissue. This mons pubis, it is a cushion of fat tissues. It is a cushion of fat tissues covered by skin, as well as there will be hair will be there. There will be hair will be there. Mons. The labia majora are fleshy fold. This labia majora, this labia majora is fleshy folds of tissues which extend down from the mons pubis. They are extending down from the mons pubis. So to here, this is what? Labia majora. This area is what? Labia majora. Okay. And surround the vaginal opening. It surround the vaginal opening. This will be what? This is vaginal opening. It surround the vaginal opening. The labia minora are paired fold. There are what? Paired fold. Here there is a labia minora. They are nothing but they are what? Paired fold of tissues under the labia majora. The opening of this vagina is often covered partially by a membrane called hymen. Sometimes the opening of this vagina is covered by partial membrane that is called hymen. The clitoris, this is the clitoris. Clitoris is the finger-like projection, a finger-like structure which lies at the upper junction of two labia majora. lies at the upper junction of labia majora, uh, above the urethral opening. It is not below the urethral opening, but it is what above the urethral opening. The hymen, this membrane, which covered the vaginal opening. The hymen, the hymen often turns during the first quarters. That is, when there is a first quarters, then it often turns. However, it can also be broken by sudden fall or jolt, insertion of vaginal tamper, activities, participating in some sports like horseback riding, cycling, and many other activities. In some women, the hymen persists even after quarters. It is very strong. It will also persist even after quarters. In fact, the presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity or sexual experience. Sometimes people say that if this hymen is present, only then that girl is virgin. If it is absent, broken, means it is not, the lady is not virgin. Okay, so this is all about this female reproductive system. Apart from this, there is one accessory gland, that is mammary gland is also present. There is a functional mammary gland. It's characteristic of all female mammals. Okay, so this is what the mammary gland. The mammary glands are paired structure. They are structured. They are also known as breasts that contain glandular tissue. They contain what? Many glandular tissues and a variable amount of fat. These are the fat, these are glandular tissues. The glandular tissues of each breast is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes. There are mammary lobes. How many mammary lobes are there? 15 to 20 mammary lobes are there. These containing cluster of cells called alveoli. There are cluster of cells. These cluster of cells are called alveoli, alveolus. The cells of alveoli. These are the cells. These are cells. The cells of alveoli uh, secrete milk, which is stored in the cavity, lumen of alveoli. This is the cavity. Okay. This is the cavity. These are the milk secreting cells. They will secrete milk, and this milk will be stored in this cavity. With this cavity, okay, there is a milk duct. The alveoli opens into mammary tubules. Alveoli opens into mammary tubules, and the tubules of each lobe joins to form a mammary duct. So tubules of it, they will be forming mammary duct. The several mammary ducts join to form wider mammary ampulla. This duct, mammary duct, this duct, they, they will form ampulla. A common duct that is called ampulla. This is what ampulla. One ampulla, two ampulla. Okay, which is connected to lactiferous duct. And then all these ampulla are connected with lactiferous duct. This is what lactiferous duct. Through which milk is sucked out. So this lactiferous duct, ultimately milk is sucked out. So this lactiferous duct, the milk is sucked out. So in this way, these are the various components of the female reproductive part. So once again, you can go through these various diagram. This is the mammary gland. There is one pair of mammary glands are there. This is made up of fats, and there are different glandular cells tissues are there. So So we have studied about the female reproductive system. There is a ovary, then there is a fallopian tube, then uterus, then there is a vagina, between the vagina and uterus, there is one canal that is called cervix and cervical canal. So there is external genitalia that is made up of pubis symphysis. This is pubis symphysis. Then there is a clitoris. There is labia minora, labia majora. Okay. Then there is vaginal orifice. This vaginal orifice is covered by one membranous structure that is called hymen. Sometimes in some culture people think that it is an indication of virginity, but it is not reliable. Uh, So once again, these are the different parts of female reproductive. There are ovaries there. There is a pair of ovary. Then there is a female reproductive system. It's a pair of ovary, a pair of oviduct, uterus, cervix, vagina, external genitalia, and so once again, this topic is completed. Thank you very much. Like, comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe my channel to get latest videos of class 11th and 12th biology. Thank you. Thank you very much.